after Deion Sanders' first game at Colorado, where they went into Fort Worth and beat TCU, he asked everyone the question. He said, "Do you believe now?" After that game, I was like, I don't know. I need to see a little bit more. Like, it's been one game. But now after Colorado goes to UCF, final score 48-21 for the Buffs. They were 2 touchdown dogs on the road. Tell you what now, I am starting to believe this Colorado team may just be for real. So we'll talk about that right now. Make sure you're subscribed right here to the On3 YouTube channel. College football, nothing but college football every single day on Instagram and on Twitter at JD Piquel. Let me know what you thought of this game, what you think about Colorado now, if anything differently, after yesterday's win over UCF. Now, I'm just going to get out ahead of this. In the comment section, a lot of folks saying, hater this, hater that, this guy hates Colorado. 1, that's not true. 2, no matter how much you push me away, I will always, always love you. 3, why did people doubt Colorado hanging into that game? Because Colorado won that game by over 20 points. So why were they getting doubted? Let's unpack it. For starters, the quarterback run game, to this point in the year at least, had eaten Colorado alive. Look at the game against Baylor. Look at the game against North Dakota State. Also, this was honestly one of the main reasons I was concerned about Colorado. Did not pick them heading into this game. Egg on our face, crow on our plate. We do that on Tuesdays. They played poorly enough, quite frankly, to lose to Baylor. Took a Hail Mary, but they still won. Nick Saban on game day. Also, he didn't pick Colorado, so if you're coming at me, understand Nick Saban's on the same side as us here. We're discussing Colorado today in terms of the losing side, but it is what it is. Playing poorly and then winning doesn't always make for a great spot the next week for your football team, but still found a way to get it done, and they came into this game as a 14-point dog, which also adds some validity to the idea of like, hey, Colorado's probably outmatched here. Colorado to this point in the year had not been all that stout defending the run/quarterback run period to this point. But here's the deal, y'all. None of that mattered. None of that mattered. And again, we talked about it at the top of this segment. Do you believe? Is Colorado for real? Again, I'm starting to trend that way because this game, man, the credibility this builds for Colorado, I think overall, is legitimate. Because you could talk about the Baylor win and say, well, is Baylor really that good? You could talk about North Dakota State win because, I mean, we said it going into that game. It's like this is a lose-lose in a lot of ways because North Dakota State's a really good FCS team. You're supposed to beat them. If you don't beat them, if they give you a game, everyone questions what Colorado is. UCF's a good football team now. UCF was undefeated heading into that game. UCF has a quarterback who is an absolute wagon of a human being in KJ Jefferson. And Colorado held them to 21 points, had 5 sacks, and forced 4 turnovers. It wasn't just the offense. It was the defense on the road against a scheme, quite frankly, that had given them trouble to this point in the year. Super impressed. Super, super impressed. So that's the defensive side, and that I think deserves a ton of credit. Still allowed 177 yards on the ground, but on 44 carries, like you'll take that. You will find a way to live that way if they're going to run the football that much at you, and you're able to still have that kind of output you hold them to, and to ultimately hold them to 21 points, massive. And again, to do it on the road, I think also says a lot about who they are. The thing that's interesting, too, about Colorado now, this team a season ago, we saw their best early, and then it was just a continual downward trend. This team, I think we're seeing an upward trend. And success is never linear. It's never a straight line, just, up and to the right, but it is a little bit of a up a little bit, couple of down moments, up. Down, up. Nebraska game, don't play great against Baylor, but find a way to win. That's the way Colorado is trending now in a positive direction. And one of the things that you're seeing from Colorado that you did not see a year ago is how multiple they are offensively. Like, they had some real balance. Y'all don't look. Now, Colorado ran for over 100 yards yesterday. If you can just give Shedeur Sanders a little bit of something to work with on the ground, that dude's one of the best quarterbacks, if not the best quarterback in college football. Separate discussion for a separate time, but I think we can all agree he has the ability now, if you give him a little breathing room, to be special and to give you a chance in every single football game. Speaking of special, Travis Hunter, this is us yet again on our soapbox telling you Travis Hunter is the best player in college football. Okay, Jalen Milroe, what he did last night, extremely special. Travis Hunter, we may never see another one of him again. Had an interception, almost had a second one, had a big-time touchdown. And here's the thing now. Travis Hunter, being what Travis Hunter is, had some help yesterday on the perimeter. Will Shepard, we said it going into the game, needs someone else to step up. Will Shepard, 99 yards. Big time, man. Very, very big time. Nice little touchdown to go with it, too. That's the thing here that we've always talked about with Colorado. If they can have someone to help Shedeur and help Travis Hunter, they're going to be very difficult to stop. Because we don't need multiple Batmans if we're Colorado to get to where we want to go. We just need to have another Robin. We just need to have somebody to take the pressure off of those dudes. And also, I understand there was, the box score doesn't tell the entire story. Shedeur Sanders still dealt with a little bit of pressure and did what he did yesterday in the pocket, having tremendous presence, but still, only 2 sacks yesterday. That's improvement. Again, massive, massive improvement from the 8 sacks the week before against Baylor. Now, I said at the top of this thing, I'll say it again. The most impressive part of this win to me, yes, what happened on the field is great. Yes, the defense doing what they did is great. But this game had letdown spot written all over it. In Colorado, in this spot where they had a tough game against Baylor, Deion Sanders restarting practice during the week. You're like, oh boy, come on, Colorado. Hey, let's go now here. Let's stack some weeks on top of each other. They didn't just put a good performance out there. They put their best game of the year out there, in my opinion. And the way they met that physical challenge against a 73% run team UCF, I'm excited about them. And again, what I said, major credibility builder for me when you talk about Colorado. Because look at the rest of their schedule, man. I view these games very differently than I did before yesterday. They got a bye week, but then they have Kansas State. Kansas State also heavy quarterback run team. Going into that game, you're like, oh boy, how are they going to be able to handle that? Still a question mark, but you feel a lot better, both internally and me personally, going forward here because of this game against UCF and KJ Jefferson. At Arizona, Cincinnati, at Texas Tech, Utah, at Kansas, Oklahoma State. I think Colorado should be in just about every single game they have left. And that's really what this year is about for me with Deion Sanders is, okay, stack another good year. In terms of relevance, yes, but I mean stack a better year. And when it comes to wins, let's get to that 6-win mark. And heck, if you can get to 8, I think that's much more attainable now. But like that's the thing. We're talking about 8 wins being attainable. A couple weeks ago, I was like, if they can make a bowl game, that'd be great. What they did yesterday and Deion Sanders having this team ready to play and the multiple attacks they had offensively and the defense, like hat tip to Colorado. Massive, massive win. Again, if you're in the comment section, just know. You can leave your comments, but just know we love you. We love you, and we appreciate you being subscribed, and we appreciate y'all being dialed in. Colorado finding a way to get it done. It has me thinking today, Colorado legitimizing a lot of what they are to this point and trending upward, and they could just be for real. Could be for real. Will they compete for a Big 12 championship? We'll see. Still need to see some more from them, but to this point, man, Colorado trending the right direction, something we did not see a season ago. Again, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Going to keep this party rolling, and we will see y'all next time.